So it's the end of the day. I'm tired. The sun is about set. I'm looking like Beelzebub. But I want to talk about a few things where people go wrong when they see their doctor or they see their dietitian. You know what? I think I'm going to break that up into two. I'm going to talk about your doctor first because your doctor is the one who diagnoses you if you have a diagnosis of prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, and they are also the same people that give you the medications. So let's talk about where I see a lot of people go wrong. So the first place where I see people go wrong is not asking questions because they don't want to come off too difficult. As a provider, and I'm gonna make a separate video because, dietitians, but as a provider, when I visit someone and they don't have any questions, I'm like, did you not hear anything I just said that sparked some questions? I always like to encourage my patients, my clients, to have questions. Questions show me that you are engaged. Questions show me that, those brain juices are thinking. So go with your list of questions. Second thing is you bring up the real important issues at the end of the appointment. So when we go see our doctors, I want y'all to realize you have like 10 to 20 minutes. 20 minutes if you can get 20 minutes with your doctor, kudos to you. But you have a limited amount of time with your doctor. So you need to bring up the important issues first. And we all know that we don't see our doctor like every month or every week. We probably see them like once every 3 months or once every 6 months or even once a year. And your doctor comes in and your doctor says, well, how are you doing? And then you know what the response is? The response is, oh, I'm good. Acting like the doctor's asking you, how are you doing today? No, the doctor is asking you, how are you doing in the past? How are you doing since 3 months ago? How are you doing since 6 months ago or since a year ago when we last met? Don't be acting like this is just like a willy-nilly conversation. You're passing someone in the street and say, hi, how are you? Okay, I'm fine. No, they want to know how you're doing. Hey, doc, I'm not feeling good because such and such date, I experienced this, and this. Talking about experiencing this, and this. Downplaying symptoms. If something is happening to you, let the doctor know. Case in point. I've spoken to a lot of women, and they've told me throughout the years, this may be TMI, that they have gotten a lot of yeast infections, not realizing that the yeast infection was a sign, come close, that their blood sugars were high. Because you're a whole snack. Diabetes impacts every single organ, your reproductive parts of the body. So if you find out that you're having recurrent yeast infections, don't downplay the symptoms. It may not be that you're not washing properly. It may be that your blood sugar is elevated. Another thing that I find is people are not honest with their health. It's my pet peeve. People are not honest with their doctor. They're not honest with their healthcare provider, because I don't expect you to have an easy road. I don't expect you to do everything 100%. I expect you to struggle. I expect you to be honest with me about your struggle. So if you're having a hard time, hypothetically, let's say taking your medications, let your doctor know that. I remember I had a client, good friend of mine also. He was having a hard time with his medication, and he told me about it, and I'm like, well, did you tell your doctor? And he was like, nah, I didn't tell my doctor. I told you, Kim, because, you're my dietitian and you're my friend. And I said, okay, well, go back to your doctor and let your doctor know you're having a hard time. And be like, hey, is there like an extended release version that I could take to help soothe XYZ symptoms that I'm having? So be honest. And the final one is when you leave your doctor's office more confused than you came in because you don't understand their plan of care for you. I want you to understand that plan of care. I want you to ask copious questions. I want you to say, hey, I am not clear on this. And hypothetically speaking, let's say that you leave your doctor's office and you are confused. Use your portal, your patient portal, and ask the question there. Get it in writing. The patient portal becomes a part of your medical record.